Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Miss Terry Flower, and you are now tuned in to the Terry Flower Show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember everything discussed on this page is alleged. All photos and all of that stuff that's going to be used is for fair use purposes only, okay? But anyway, how is everybody out there doing? I hope everybody is doing good, and y'all get on in here so we can talk about these folks' business. Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Miss Terry Flower, and you are now watching the Terry Flower Show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with your girl. We are here today to review Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 19, or Season 7, Episode 4. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get all up into it, honey. So, we pick up the show where we left off with Mel and Mr. Knock-Needed Marceau sitting at the table going back and forth and back. Mel says you don't want Tisha to be around this strong woman right here and get the strength to leave your lying, manipulative ass. So Marceau tells Mel that he don't want her and Tisha not to be able to get along. And Mel like, boy, you been doing stuff when it come to me and Tisha relationship, trying to start something between us. Even with the whole social media beef. That wasn't even between me and Tisha. That was you. Like that. He was like, Mel, that was like 2013 or 2000. And that was. I said, Lord, this is foolishness, honey. But they is sitting here arguing like a married couple now. I ain't saying Mel like Marceau. I do kind of think Marceau like Mel, though. But they is sitting here arguing like a married couple. It's throwing me a little bit. It's throwing me off a little bit. But anywho, back to the scene, honey. So, doggone Marceau was saying something else about, talking about I just feel like if I'm giving my opinion, I don't think that somebody should take that as a jab. And Mel like, you playing with me. Stop trying to gaslight me and admit that you be taking jabs at me. And he do be taking jabs all the time. Been taking them for a very long time. Okay. But he's trying to gaslight Mel into thinking that, oh no, I was just giving my opinion, ain't nothing. Then he go tell me some, I'm just saying, like telling t-shirts and stuff like that. That's like my little trinkets. That's like my little trinkets or something. Just disrespectful. We gonna keep on moving. Child, these two is just slanging jabs back and forth, honey. I say, boy, this is messy as hell here. Anyway, child, so Marceau's still trying to gaslight Mel with the BS or whatever, like he ain't really been throwing jabs, as he continues to throw jabs because he said that her business, I don't really look at it as nothing, the little trinkets or whatever like that. And Mel like, now wait a minute now. So Mel say, did y'all make any money? And he was like, make any money? She was like, yeah. Did y'all cash a check? He was like, cash a check? What you talking about? She's talking about with the expo thing. And he told me, so what relevance does that have to this conversation? So Mel said, hold that thought. I'm going to make it relevant to you real quick. That's not what she said, but that was the energy she gave. Okay, so Mel says, I was good enough to speak at your business expo as long as y'all weren't paying. But if you was gonna be paying, I ain't got enough experience, and I can't get up there and talk because you ain't finna pay me. I ain't got enough expertise. So Mel say, I'm trying to figure out who is it that only sells shirts, because I know I do more than sell shirts. So who is it that only sells shirts? Quit acting like I ain't have a business that raised like $1 million in some years or whatever like that. And that doggone Marceau say that went bankrupt. I said, ooh, no, he didn't. Mel say, let's be clear. I filed bankruptcy because I was going through a divorce. I filed after my ex filed because he wasn't finna leave all that debt on me. But see, you filed bankruptcy. You ain't went through no divorce. You filed bankruptcy because your funds wasn't right. Okay? Your money wasn't in order. It wasn't in line. All right? Your ducks were not in a row. Okay? Mel said, I ain't want to come and do no expo with no people that got a $5 million fraud lawsuit. Marceau said, and that would have been respected. Okay. I said, boy, Mel say, honey, yeah, we're going to sip tea and I'm going to spill all yours. Okay, I'm going to put it out there in your face. Is this the I don't know what you do half of the season? Because Marceau has been doing this thing with a lot of people lately. He talking about, I don't know what you do for that. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. He up here playing Mel, talking about, well, what else do you do? Because Mel was like, you trying to limit me to e-commerce. And he was like, no, I'm just saying, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. Like, Marceau, quit effing playing. Okay? I here playing with people, child. You done got you a little change and a little name for your business, honey, and you was acting up. All right now, child, you better calm down. Pride go before a fall, baby. Chill out. Child, Mel, like, how in the world you gonna sit here and tell me you don't know what I do? If that was the case, you would have never tried to get in business with me and my ex-husband. What are you talking about? I do property preservation, something that I put you in, that I put you on, player. What is you talking about? Okay. Now, only thing is, I will say about this, Mel, I wish you wouldn't have gotten so emotional with him. He's the type of person that you have to play it real cool. Like how you started off with this little discussion, you should have stayed real calm, honey, and just clear his ass with a smile on your face. You ain't have to raise your voice. You ain't have to do all the hand motions. But I get it, because he love to push buttons. He love to push buttons. But see, the way you push somebody buttons back that's like him, honey, is you be real calm and just sit up in your seat, cross your legs like a lady, honey, and everything he say, check his ass and do it real calmly, honey. You would have had him all in his emotions. You were supposed to flip that thing. But whatever, we gonna keep going. Boy, when I tell you, this nigga Marceau is crafty, boy. When the manipulation level is on 10, baby. When I tell you, ooh, he good at what he do, y'all. He good at what he do. We can't even lie about it. That man is good at what he do. He took the conversation and he turned it, and he told Mel the reason why he didn't value her getting up there and speaking is he's not saying that her business isn't successful, but he's saying the reason why she's able to sell products and be successful in that business is because she is on a TV show, and the people that they're going to be speaking to ain't got that type of platform to push their business as far as like being in e-commerce or whatever like that. He said, but just because I don't value the business doesn't mean I don't value you. I said, no, this nigga. Listen, he tell her he feel like the Fletchers did too much with what happened. They put 20 on 10. He was like, they making it like I was just taking jabs and jabs at you, and that's not really what happened. And I'm like, actually, sir, you was just taking jabs for nothing, because the Fletchers wasn't even mentioning anything that would cause for you to take a jab like that at Mel. They hadn't said that Mel said anything about you or anything like that. You just took that jab just to take it, player. Mel says, my whole issue is don't be trying to downplay what it is that I do in my business acumen. Don't do that. I don't like that, so stop that. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, going forward, hey, just because I'm giving my opinion doesn't mean I'm taking a jab. And Mel said, okay, now, so going forward, just because I'm giving my opinion doesn't mean we're taking jabs. That's what we're going to do going forward. Now, I just want to call this out real quick, because he also went on to invite her to the little town hall, and everybody going to give their little opinion on how they felt about the expo, because all of a sudden now he values Mel's opinion. Is the fact of it was so crazy to watch this man fold and flip his whole narrative while talking to Mel to make Mel be more comfortable. We never see him do that for Tisha. They just in that scene with Mel just saying, I think it's going to be nice to go ahead and get some constructive criticism for once. So I said, oh, hell, Mel. Mel finna tell y'all what she really think. All right, anyway, child, moving on. In the next scene, we meet up with Tiffany and Big Lou. You hear me? And she being messy as they walk into the little park. They put down a little blanket. They finna have them a little picnic and whatever like that right now. And she being messy, walking down there with the baby with a stroller. Go tell me something. Go tell the baby, oh, this your first picnic. So happy your dad would bless us with his presence. I said, this girl. So they go ahead and get the little picnic area ready or whatever like that. And Tiffany is asking Big Lou, is he going to be able to have more time at home? Because Lou explained to us in the confessional, he let us know what he's been doing. He's an assistant coach for some college or whatever like that. This is a great opportunity for him because he loves baseball, and now he's become an assistant. And he was like, this opportunity just came about, and that's why he's always on the road, because it'll be season after season. If you know anything about baseball, they seasons be right behind each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he stays on the road the way that he has. And Tiffany is just like, the woman feeling a lot of pressure. She's feeling a lot of pressure. She got to maintain everything in the house. She also got this newborn baby. She looking at her body like, oh my goodness, my body done changed so much, because it's 15 years in between her having a child. Tiffany gets in her confessional, honey, and she tells us she had like this dream of how she thought life was going to be after having the baby. She's telling Lou all of this stuff. She like, man, I didn't realize how much I need you and how much I appreciate you. Just the little things like the clothes need to come out the dryer. You know what I'm saying? The dishes need to be taken out the dishwasher. The dog need to go out in the morning. The doctor telling me, not to lift anything heavier than my baby, and I can't work out. And, she just feeling real pressure about everything. And Big Lou looking at her like, but you, what? She literally saying back to this man everything that he was trying to tell her, that it was gonna be a lot of pressure. He also reminds her that there was a time that he had to be at home while she was trying to start a business. He said, hey, it's gonna be crazy at first, the same way it was when I had to be the one at home handling everything at home, but hey, it's gonna get better. He's trying to speak some life into her, okay? And he like, Tiff, your body is what it is, man. You look good, you fine. Big Lou tells Tiffany, man, you had to know that it was gonna be different once you had the baby, that's how things were gonna go. And he was like, you putting all of this pressure on yourself. And she said, you're talking to me like I know this, and I'm telling you that I don't know. And it's like, girl, what? You didn't think about none of this before you was trying to have a baby? Something about this ain't right, y'all. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean with this situation here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know these people. Like I always tell you, I don't know these people. But this is I ain't gonna speak on it just yet. Because I be wondering with Tiffany, do she really like Big Lou? I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel in the comments. We're going to go ahead and move on. Right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now. I skipped through Tiffany and Big Lou scene. I did. I ain't even finished it, y'all. I'm going to just go ahead to the next scene. Because I don't care that much, y'all. Tiffany made a bed and now she laying in that motherfucker. And she want us to feel bad for it, which I do. Because as a mother, I do understand that it's a lot of pressure, especially being a mother to a newborn. But baby girl, your husband tried to pre-warn you and tell you this, which I'm still confused at why you want to have a baby, but you didn't want to hunch him. I don't know. Something ain't right about this. So we just going to skip past Big Lou and Tiffany and go and move to the next scene, child. All in the next scene, we finna meet up with everybody. They finna have this little town hall. I already know this finna be a food. So everybody get there, whatever, they sitting down. Stormy did not speak to Marceau, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying, whatever, I don't even give a damn. Anyway, so they start the meeting off or whatever like that, and Marceau was like, yeah, Mel's gonna be coming too. I had a meeting with Mel. And the look on Tisha's face, I'm like, did Tisha know you had a meeting with Mel? I don't know, but we're going to keep moving. So Marceau goes into talking about how he talked to Mel and, how he felt like what she had to say was irrelevant about everything because she has a platform and the people that they was going to be speaking to don't have the type of platform to be able to sell products. He was like, unlike somebody like Stormy who was already selling products before she got the platform. So Martell jumped in. Martell said, hold on. Let me make sure I'm clear on this. So what you saying is, if you ain't start doing this type of stuff until you got the platform, that means it's irrelevant. In that case, wouldn't everything that you do be irrelevant then? I said, ooh. Kimmy walks in the room while this conversation is going on. Immediately, Kimmy feels the tension. Kimmy said, oh, yeah, I feel it. Time I came in the room. I bet you did, honey. One thing about it, child. Martell say, damn that. I'm going to defend my ex-wife. By time, nigga. Where you been at? Anyway, honey, so Mel comes in the room or whatever like that, and time she get in there, they like, did Marceau apologize? And she was like, well, first off, hey, y'all, goodness, what did I walk into? Or whatever like that. And she said, but Marceau did apologize. Girl, that side eye that Tisha had, I say, bitch. But anyway, honey. So Mel sits down and immediately start giving her feedback. She said, I already gave you your kudos, Marceau. I told you too, Tisha, kudos. It was a great first run. Now, however, next time I think y'all should do like smaller little group settings so people can actually, get to know the audience, so you can plan better for the next time. Tiffany like, yeah, get to know the audience so you can know exactly how you want to do the little sections. Now, while Mel is talking, Tisha is looking down at her phone. Marceau is looking down at a pen, looking down at his pad with his little pen child writing like he writing down what they saying or whatever like that. And I just want to ask y'all, tell me if I'm tripping or if I'm reaching. I noticed that whenever Tisha is around Mel and it's just the girls, she seems so much more lax and cool. But whenever it's Mel around her and Marceau, she just seems so uncomfortable, y'all. Y'all peep that? But whatever, we're going to keep moving. Back to the scene, child. Tisha says that that's something that they did want to incorporate in this first one, so that's definitely something they looking into for the next Black Expo that they're gonna do. So then Stormy jumps in. Stormy says, I come from a more like motivational aspect. Everybody don't have money to go get their LLC and start their little stuff like that. So how my story is, like I come from a motivational aspect. Marceau says, no. Marceau like, no, I feel like with the motivational, you just bringing it surface level, just work hard, believe in God. He was like, he don't really feel like that's gonna help anybody. While Stormy is giving her little what she feel about the motivational stuff, whatever like that, I told y'all how Marceau kind of cut her off and he started saying why he don't like the idea. So Stormy was like, that's not even what I'm saying. And he was like, well, no, you said motivational, so I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but you use the word motivation. Stormy, baby, damn that. Stormy, you acting weird, baby, because she gonna lean over to Courtney and talk to Courtney. Do I need to ask you my question so you can tell him, because he acting weird? No, baby, your ass is acting weird, okay? Because I appreciate the fact that Mel is keeping it on topic of what the hell y'all supposed to be here to do. You know what I'm saying? And you still mad at Marceau about that situation. And I'm feeling like you trying to start some drama between your husband and Marceau. They done already sat down and had a conversation about this. When your husband came into this meeting, he spoke to Marceau. You didn't speak. So why is you trying to start beef between these two men? Calm your ass down, Stormy. Relax, baby. Relax. He tried you about the $100. It ain't that damn serious. It's over at this point. Good God. Stormy gets in her confessional, her and Courtney, and she says Marceau's level of sassiness is something she hasn't seen from a man. And I just want to pause for the cause and say, girl, I love that wig on you, Stormy. Girl, you look good. I love that wig, honey. That was real cute. But anyway, because that's all I thought about when I looked at her in that confession. I said, yes, ma'am. I love this wig, honey. But anywho, honey, so Courtney tells Marceau, well, I think you should talk less and let Tisha talk, because I know for a fact she more organized than you. I said, oh, no, it didn't. Mel sitting at the end of the table like me looking at my TV. I was like, well, damn, what is going on? Mel said, I don't know what's going on between Marceau, Stormy, and Courtney, but baby, the tension is thick. I said, yeah, it is, y'all. So Marceau responds back to Courtney and say, like, you know, in our business, unlike other business, you know, we don't have gender roles. And I'm like, actually, in y'all business, Tisha don't have no role because she don't run a damn thing. Okay, she on 85%, but she don't run a damn thing but her mouth. Okay, she barely do that. She let that nigga back her down in all type of corners. But anyway, we gonna keep moving. Kimmy jumps in the conversation, and Kimmy like, hey, we getting off track. She was like, you know, I like, we supposed to be giving some constructive criticism. And Marceau told her, I'm taking the constructive criticism. She was like, nah, but you throwing a lot of negativity in there. You know, he being sassy like how he normally be, you know. Child, Marceau getting on everybody damn nerves. He done got on Kimmy damn nerves. He told him, regardless of how y'all feel my energy is, I'm taking notes, so the next one gonna be better because I am taking the notes of what y'all saying or whatever. I was an all A student, so I know I can figure this out. Kimmy say, I was an all A student too. That has nothing to do with what's going on right now, you know. Child, I say he done pissed Kimmy off. This nigga is aggravating everybody. Honey, they keep going back and forth about this damn expo. Now, in the midst of them doing this, that's when Stormy figures out. Stormy say, oh, okay, so this ain't about us all coming together and doing another expo. It's more so about helping the skies. You know, that's what she was saying in her confessional. Stormy say, child, if I knew this was just about giving them some advice for them to do the expo, child would stay my ass home. She looked over at Courtney. She say, why did we come? Why did we come? Damn, Courtney said, I can't because you invited me. So Mel gets in the conversation, and Mel was like, you know, I just hope the next time when y'all have one, it is, you know, it's more organized and things are more put together, and then, you know, maybe I'll participate. So Tisha was like, so you don't feel like it was organized? And Mel was like, no, people paying at the door, having to pay the day of the event. They put the camera on Storm, and Storm like, right, you know. Oh goodness. Here go doggo Tisha. So what you saying is at the event, I'm like, here we go. Tisha said the event was organized, you know, and Tisha's like, we talking about what happened or whatever like that. Now the behind the scenes stuff could have been better, but overall the event was organized or whatever like that, child. So Mel standing up there and picked up her plate. She finna take her plate to the trash, but she trying to hear what Tisha's saying or whatever. And Tisha was like, we ain't talking about the stuff that happened prior to the event. Doggone it. Mel say, yes we are, because the prior to leads to the big event. We ain't gonna downplay what I just said. I said, now wait a minute now. Mel gets in her confessional, and Mel was like, I noticed that when everybody else was giving their advice and their criticism or whatever to Tisha, she was very nice and calm, very receptive. But time I say something, you know, she want to pipe up a little bit. And Mel was like, it's cool, baby, I'm out of here anyway, I gotta catch a flight. So Mel tells them bye, and Mel deuces on out the door. And I'm like, you absolutely right, she pissed off with you, Mel. You done met up with her man, child, and she know he got a little crush on you, you know, allegedly, you know, so she didn't appreciate that. And he told you sorry, girl. The 4-letter word he never gives her, child, please. Marceau says he's taking in all the advice and everything that they're giving them. He's going to use it, and he's going to make sure he uses it to help them. And Tiffany says, he says he values everybody's opinion. And she was like, even the women at the table. Tiffany was like, even the women at the table. That Negro looked at Tiffany and said, I know you're not used to being valued, but you are valued here. I said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, it didn't. Child, even Tisha was taken aback by that. She was like, Marceau, because it's like, nigga, really? You really gonna do that? And then Tiffany said, no, I'm saying that you're valuing what women have to say. And he told him, oh, well, I'm glad you're getting to know me. Doggone Stormy say, damn, mister, let me get the last word. Girl, Marceau got dressed for this event, honey, and he made sure he put on his petty boots. Okay? So Marceau was saying something, honey, and Stormy down at the other end of the table, I guess she was talking to Courtney. I don't know exactly what she said. She was saying or whatever. And then Marceau was like, and I am a bitch. I am a bitch like that. That's what he said to Stormy. And Stormy said, yeah, a bad one. Here go Martell, stupid ass, throw that ass then. Maurice jumps in the conversation and was like, well, why is he a bitch though? And Stormy say, I don't know, ask him. Hey, Marceau, your brother wants to know why you a bitch. I said, hell no. Yeah. Child, that mess was too funny. Stormy was talking about how she need to get him a wig. I said, Lord, this is a mess. And he down there, Marceau say, I know, well, we know who not to invite next time. Courtney said, we ain't coming. And then Maurice said, well, why y'all ain't coming? He said, because the stuff wasn't organized, wasn't none of it organized. You hear what I'm saying? And then he said, Maurice said, how it wasn't organized? You guys had a section and everything. And Courtney was like, I don't know, I wasn't there. Maurice was like, that's what I'm saying. So you don't know. And Stormy say, I tell you what he do know. He know how he asked me for $100 and on the day of the event. He know that. Whatever. Maurice say, oh, you didn't know that the vendors had to pay? She was like, no, I didn't know. And he trying to play this game with her like, oh, she was supposed to know, like she missed something, right? So she was like, Kimmy didn't even know the doggone vendors was supposed to pay. Kimmy didn't even know. Maurice gonna turn around Thompson. Kimmy, you didn't know the vendors was supposed to pay? Nigga, no, she didn't know. She told you she didn't know. She didn't know that you paid. See, that's how I know that's a lie. Your ass ain't paid. You a whole lie. But we gonna keep on moving. Marceau makes this weird ass reference to some, you know, I was going to send out birthday invites. I didn't know that if I invite you to my birthday, I got to let you know it ain't your birthday. And Stormy like, what the fuck is you talking about birthdays? What the fuck? She was like, come on, we finna go. And she was like, in her confessional, she said we had to go ahead and get up out of there because I don't know how calm Courtney was going to stay. And Courtney just leaned back in his seat. Courtney like, man, I feel like Marceau talk too much. He being way too much of the women business. And, Stormy say, yeah, I mean, he just doing all that talking. Tisha just sitting there, don't say nothing. I'm like, baby, she never does. She never does. Child, so as Stormy and Courtney is leaving, he gonna tell me some bye, Mr. and Mrs. Steele. Like trying to throw jabs at this man. Like I said, boy, Marceau, you really is a bitch. You really, really are. But whatever, we gonna keep on moving. Anyway, honey, they in that scene just saying that the meeting was a massive fail. Kimmy lets Marceau know you the one that our meetings, you the reason why our meetings been failing for so long. It's your fault, sir. But anyway, next scene. Honey, in the next scene, we meet up with Miss Nell and Kimmy. Kimmy says she's inviting Miss Nell over because she want to let her know about the meeting that they have, and she didn't want the woman to feel like once again she wasn't invited. So she like, I'm going to tell her about the meeting, and I'll also tell her why we did not invite them. So they sit down and get to talking, honey. So Kimmy go ahead and lays it out there. She said, you know, I know y'all felt some type of way about not being invited to the Black Expo. However, this meeting here that we were throwing was only for vendors that actually attended. We wanted to be able to give them feedback on how everything could have went, how it should have went, what happened, what didn't happen, and I wanted to get that from people that were actually there. So I didn't think that it would be, you know, I didn't think it was really relevant or necessary to invite y'all since y'all did not go to the actual expo. Everything that Kimmy was saying made perfect sense. It really did, because for what they were trying to accomplish, it makes sense of why they didn't invite Miss Nell them to that meeting. And she was like, you know, Miss Nell say, I would have listened. I would have sat there and listened. I don't think you should have made that call for me. You know, we've been in Huntsville longer than any of y'all. And Kimmy say, well, what that mean? I said, Child, Kimmy let Miss Nell know, honey, it's my meeting. It was my meeting. That's why I made the call, because it was, you know, it was my meeting. Now, and Miss Nell says that Kimmy invited her to the meeting. I can't remember that for sure if she did, but obviously she must have, because she didn't say Miss Nell was lying. So it's like she invited her, then she disinvited her. I say, boy, one thing Miss Nell gonna do is be mad about that invite. You hear me? Honey, either way, baby, by the end of the doggone conversation, they fine. They like, we good or whatever. And Miss Nell say, yeah, we Gucci. And Kimmy say, yeah, that's Stormy right there. I can't afford to be buying purses to make sure we good. And she was like, I know, caca. They had him look kiki, whatever. Moving on, next scene. In the next scene, we meet up with Martell. He's meeting up with his business partner, Fred. They're in some type of business together now. Martell lets us know he's in a better financial place. He's doing better, you know, since the bankruptcy after the divorce. So now he's able to get back to what he really loves, all things real estate. So him and Fred standing up there talking. Fred like, yeah, man, you did a good job, man. You went down there and you got the permits. You went and got everything. Martell say, yeah, man, let me do my thing. Okay. Fred, I hope you ain't lying. We're going to keep on moving. While they talking, Chris Fletcher pulls up and they like, oh, there go Fletcher, get out, make a little joke about his pants being tight. Fletcher like, I get it from you, brother. Anyway, so then Fletcher like, okay, y'all building it up, what's the plan? They like, you know, build it in September, sell it in September. And he was like, oh, then I'll be able to list it. And Fred was like, oh, you gonna list it or whatever? And Martell say, I might keep it and just rent it out. And the dude Fred was like, well, you know, we is in a renter's market. And Chris Fletcher say, well, speaking of getting out, when you getting out of that house, okay? Martell said about another week and a half. He said, now wait a minute, brother. We just talked about this. I said, one thing Chris Fletcher gonna do is be on Martell ass about getting up at that house. You hear me? So he telling Martell that, hey man, I told you 2 weeks now. Your 2 weeks is up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like the owners is on it, man. They want you out of there by the first. The dude Fred said, now I like you, Chris, but damn, you just gonna tell bro he gotta go? Stay out of this, Fred. Stay out of this, Fred. You don't know the BS that Martell been pulling with getting up out this damn house. Okay? Be quiet, Fred. Be quiet. Man, Chris Fletcher in his damn confessional. Chris like, hey man, I need Martell to step up and man up. Get your ass out of this house so I can sell this house. Okay? Goodness. Martell tells Chris Fletcher, man, get the trucks and come help me move the shit. Chris say, I can do that. I said, hell no. He wants your ass out that damn house, nigga, ASAP. So Marceau, god damn it. So Martell brings up Marceau to Chris Fletcher, and Chris Fletcher like, Marceau got that little mouthpiece or whatever, and he's like, my whole thing is if y'all gonna be doing like this Black Expo, supposed to be doing something for the community, for the north side or whatever like that, like why in the world would you act like you didn't know I owned the daycare? And then the man Fred was like, well, I ain't know you owned the daycare either, brother. And he looked at him, he was like, yeah, but me and you ain't close like that. And the man was like, yeah, you right. Well, Fred said, well, I would have loved to go to something like that too. We out here building up the north side and stuff like that. I would love to go to something like that too. Child, so Chris Fletcher also tells Martell that they did get sponsorships. Tisha and Marceau did get sponsorships, but he was like, Tisha didn't want to disclose how much they actually got. And Martell said, see, that's what I'm talking about. That was an idea that Mel gave them. So you mean to tell me after Mel gave y'all the idea, they like, oh, we didn't even think about that. Martell said, see, yeah, y'all ain't think about a lot of shit until the Holtz came into the picture. I said, Lord, he about to go off, y'all. So Chris Fletcher was like, Marceau said, he just wanted to make sure the people that he allowed to speak or whatever like that, they had the knowledge and stuff like that to be a speaker or whatever. And the dude Fred was like, I just was at some type of big event. He was like, I just was there and Mel was on that platform speaking or whatever. And Martell said, yeah, she's a great speaker. She's one of the best speakers he would be able to get. You know what I'm saying? Martell say Mel was doing speaking engagements when that nigga was working down at the damn movie theater with the big ass suits. I said, nah, wait a minute. So they just in that scene with Martell being pissed off that Marceau out here talking trash like he ain't start scoped with him. And he also breaks down how it went. He said that when they brought them in to start scoped, he let them know, hey, I'm gonna have this business where it does the same thing that Holt and Holt does, and you guys would just buy me out. And he was like, that's exactly what happened. But to sit up here and not to act like we ain't accomplished nothing, like we ain't did nothing when we the ones that put y'all on. And he's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? They did put them on. So it's real weird for Marceau to be up there, I don't know what you do. I don't doing all this dumb ass shit. But what, child, whatever. That was the episode. It ain't get too much, whatever like that. But it was cool. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in with your girl on the Terry Flower Show. Hope everybody have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please get in them comments and tell me how you felt about the episode. Other than that, peace.